Okay, so I'm stepping out of show mode for just 1 second because I forgot to say this in the beginning, that each of you is wearing a name tag, which I go around and I greet all of my guests as they are coming into the show, asking them their name, I'm shaking their hand, looking them in the eye, and I'll connect with them somehow, ask them how they know the host, but I always ask, what's your favorite Pampered Chef product or one you might like to get? And that becomes their last name. So I put their first name real big, and then their last name, and then that just helps me connect throughout the show. So that's how I knew a lot of these people have been to shows before. Okay, so now I'm going back to show mode. So back to that folder. I know a lot of you have been to shows before. So you can take that folder home with you tonight if you'd like, and you can put your receipts in there, and then now you have a Pampered Chef file, because we do encourage you to save your receipt for guarantee purposes. But what I want you to do with this tonight is go ahead, if you haven't already, fill out your name, address, and information. If you have an email address and you would like to be added to my Recipe of the Month list, put your email down there, and don't worry, that does not mean you're signing up for me to become your Pampered Pest. You'll get 1 email a month, and it always has recipes and quick tips and the upcoming specials. So if you'd like to receive that, just put your email down there. And then do you see all these lines here? This is what I want you to use to create your wish list tonight, because you're going to see so many things that you're going to love, but you're not going to remember them all. So anytime I use a tool or you use a tool tonight that you love, write it down, and then at the end you can go back and decide if there is anything that you want to purchase. And just to let you know, all these things you're writing down tonight, there's actually 3 ways that you can get them. You have choices. Isn't that great, Dee? First of all, you can buy them tonight at full price, and Dee and I won't mind at all, will we? Not at all. And that's perfectly wonderful option 1. The second way that you can get them is you can do what Dee did. You can decide to get your friends together for a fun night, and you're going to get a ton of free and discounted products off of your list. Or your third option is, if you would really like to get all these products at free and at a discount, but you would also like to earn some extra income as well, then you can talk to me later about joining our Pampered Chef family. So I definitely want you to be creating your list. And then down here at the bottom, do you all see this little heart? This is one of my favorite things. I'm very proud to work for a company that values charitable giving. And this is a campaign we run throughout the year. It's called Round Up from the Heart. That's the heart. Has anyone ever heard of Feeding America? Yes? Okay. So Feeding America, if you make any kind of donation tonight, the money will actually go to our own Westmoreland County Food Bank. So it's going to help people right here in our own community. And Feeding America can do so much more with $1 than what we can do. With just $1 donated tonight, you're going to provide 8 meals. So right now, just maybe make a note out to the side of that heart as to how many meals you would like to donate tonight. Okay? So there we go. And now we're going to get to the fun. Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. I stole these. And before I go any further, because I'll forget to talk about free. You all like free?
Yes.
Free is good? Keep this in mind tonight as you're shopping. Any of you that are purchasing $75 or more, you're going to get to pick a free cookbook of your choice. That means any cookbook, if you flip to the back, inside back cover of your catalog, you're going to see them all listed there. You get your choice. So keep that in mind as you're making your wish list tonight. Okay, so we're going to get started. We're going to make tonight some 5-minute fajitas. Ooh. I should say fast fajitas. 15-minute fajitas, not 5-minute fajitas, but rush hour fajitas. How about that? How many of you, I guess I should back up and tell you who I am. I haven't even introduced myself yet. My name is Cindy Lazor. Hello.
Hello.
I will be your Pampered Chef consultant this evening, and just to let you know a quick little bit about me. I know you didn't come here to meet me, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I am not a chef. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 little ones at home, and they are a big part of why I do what I do, because I really wanted to be home with my kids, but every now and then I do need to get away from my kids as well, so I'm really excited for adult interaction tonight. But I'm sure that you all did not get dressed up and come over here tonight thinking, I'm going to ask Cindy for a job. Probably the furthest thing from your mind. But I'm just going to encourage you all to watch what I do tonight, and if anything at all piques your interest for you, or maybe even somebody you know that could use some extra income right now, I'm going to give you a chance to ask some questions later on in the show. So we're going to be making our fajitas, and how many of you could really get excited about learning how to make a meal in 29 minutes or less? Okay. How about a meal that you could serve to your family for less than $2 a serving?
Even better.
Yep. I am very passionate about teaching that at our shows. Actually, one of the missions of our company is really to bring families back together around the table, because family mealtime is of the utmost importance. Christian psychologists have said one of the biggest detriments to communication in our country today is the almost extinction of family mealtime. Having a meal around the table with your friends and your family, can have just amazing benefits to your life and to our society. So I'm really passionate about helping you make those meals and being able to get together again around the table with your friends and family. So this is going to be something that I think you're going to be really excited because it's going to be quick and easy to make. So I want to start off with, before we get into our fajitas, talking about, you're going to hear me talk a lot about power tools in your kitchen, and I will tell you probably one of your most important power tools that we all are going to use, whether you like to cook or you hate to cook, is your cookware. Okay? So how many of you have cookware that you absolutely love? A lot of you. Okay, you've all been to my shows before that now. But if you will all turn to page 8 in your catalog, you're going to actually see our cookware. And I'm going to start off just with these. If you have cookware that you really want to make sure you protect, or your stoneware, or things like that, these are our cookware protectors, and they're designed to put in between. If you're not fortunate enough, or if you have this wonderful cookware rack, you don't have to worry about it. But if you don't, and you have to stack your cookware, your stones, great for these. And they come as a set of three different sizes. So we're pretending this is my professional saute pan, but it's a really big piece of our white ceramic. So how many of you are a lover of stainless cookware? Raise your hand. How about nonstick cookware? How about a combination? Okay, I'm definitely a combo girl myself. So I'm going to pass this around because I just want you to kind of get a feel for our cookware. And I'm going to put in there a piece of ice. And then I have a piece of ice in my prep bowl. Who has our prep bowls? What do you love about them?
You have measurements on them.
Measurements?
A variety of sizes.
Yes, they come in all different sizes. This is the 1 cup size, comes as a set of 6 with your lids. It's great for storing your leftovers, or if you're cooking with onions and you don't need the whole onion, go ahead and chop the whole onion. You can store it, and then you're one step ahead with your next recipe. Great for individual puddings, desserts, and leftovers. The 1 cup, 2 cup, and 3 cup size, it is perfect for storing your leftovers, because what happens when you store leftovers in clear?
You see them.
They see them, and what happens when you see them?
You use them.
You eat them instead of 2 weeks later or 2 months later, peeling the lid off and going, oh my, I have a science experiment going on in my refrigerator. So I'm going to pass that around, and I just want you to see if you notice any difference in that ice cube versus the one here in the prep bowl. Do you notice anything going on with that?
Yes, it's melting.
It is melting, okay? Pretty amazing. And the one that's sitting here in our prep bowl is not. So look at that. So what does that mean to you in your cookware? So what that means is, as you're looking, you're going to see the first set that you see there is our stainless cookware. Now, I am a big proponent of really wanting a little bit of both in every kitchen, and here is why. You may have one set that you prefer over the other, but everybody needs a little bit of both, okay? So I want to talk to you first about your stainless cookware that you see there. Now, how many of you ever do a recipe where you have to brown meat, and then maybe you add a little bit of liquid in to create a sauce or a gravy, okay? When you're browning meat in your cookware, okay, when you're browning the meat, you're actually searing your meat in your pan. And here is a tip. In order to be able to sear your meat, you want to make sure you have enough space in your skillet, okay? So if you have a very small skillet at home and you're trying to cook for your family and you're cramming all your meat in there, you're not searing your meat and browning your meat because you're overcrowding your pan, so it doesn't have enough room to do its job. You're actually steaming your meat when you're overcrowding your pan. And you're not going to create that browning and that caramelizing, that you really want when you want to sear your meat. So that's the first thing, is you want to make sure you have a piece of cookware big enough in your kitchen that you can cook for with your family. And you will see on both sets, all 3 sets of our cookware, that this is our 11-inch, and then we also have the 12-inch in the executive and the stainless. So you first and foremost, do I have a skillet big enough for the kind of cooking that I need to do? So back to that searing. When you're cooking in your stainless cookware and you're searing that meat, you're creating little bits that are going to stick to the bottom of your pan. And those are called fond, F-O-N-D. And you want that because when you remove the meat and now you get ready to learn a fancy cooking term, you get to go home and be like, I learned how to deglaze my pan. When you get ready to pour your chicken stock or your wine into your pan, and here is a really important cooking tip. You always want to take a sip of wine first because it'll make you a much better cook. Okay? So when you pour that wine or that chicken stock in and you go to deglaze your pan and you start stirring, all those little bits of fond are going to release into your sauce and your gravy, and that's what adds incredible flavor to your cooking and to your gravies and your sauces. if you are doing that kind of a recipe in our ceramic or our nonstick, you will never get the same flavor. Do you know why?
Because long.
You don't get the fond because it's a nonstick piece of cookware, okay? So that's why I really think, you know, that 12-inch skillet is definitely one of my power tools that I go to time and time again to cook with for that exact reason, because of it will make you a much better cook. And I will tell you, bar none, if you're looking at that and thinking, whoa, guess what? Have a show, you could get that cookware free, half price at a discount. And it is lifetime guaranteed cookware. This is the last cookware you will ever invest in. Anything happens to it, Paper Chef's going to replace that stainless cookware. And then if you'll turn to the next page, you're going to see our non-stick cookware. So if you're more of the cook, like, I don't know, I guess we would call it like the Betty Crocker cook. You just want quick, fast, easy. You're not into deglazing and fonding and all that stuff. This is an essential to have in your kitchen, because we all, even if you like to cook in stainless, you need a good piece of non-stick to do your eggs, your omelets, your grilled cheese, things that you don't want to stick. So that set is amazing, and there's so many pieces that are sold open stock. So even if you already have a set of cookware that you love, open stock pieces are generally pieces you're not going to find in your sets. Pieces like that 12-inch skillet, that double burner griddle is amazing to do bacon and eggs all at the same time. You can do tons of pancakes. The grill pan is fabulous. The grill pan and press. Anybody here have that yet?
Yep.
We need to book a fabulous fajita and margarita show, and I will come show you how you can do fajitas in your grill pan as well. Very fun. And then if you will turn to the next page, you're going to see our ceramic cookware. And this is a brand new set of cookware this season with Pampered Chef, and I just love it. First of all, the white is so pretty. It really shows off the food as you're cooking in it, and it's just fun when you get to see all those colors in there. But this is nonstick cookware as well, and I will tell you, this really is a great starter set of cookware, or if you just want to add a piece to your collection very economically, this is the set for you. Or maybe you have children that have grown and moved out on their own, so first of all, hooray for you. But also, too, you could get them started off with some good cookware at a very economical price. So you have options. So that is our cookware. And now we're going to go into our fajitas, and we are going to be cooking. And definitely, this probably, I keep talking about my power tools, but this is my #1 power tool. This is our deep cover baker. So if you will turn to page 36, you will find our stoneware collection. Now, who here is in love with their stones? I know we had Danielle Stone. There's our Danielle Stone. What do you love about your stones?
I just love how well they cook. Very evenly cooking everything. I've made zucchini. I've made cakes. I just love it.
And they cook very evenly.
Yes.
How do they clean up?
Very well. Very well. Easily.
Easily to
Yes.
clean. Very easy to clean.
Mm-hmm.
Just it comes with a little scraper, or you can use our kitchen brush as well.
Yes.
They just clean very well. So we'll talk a little bit about our stones. Now, our stones are just fabulous. Who else has one that they love? What do you love about it?
I like the pie pan, although I don't have this one. I have the old pie pan.
That's okay. Vintage paper
You
chef is
know,
good.
It's like, it made the best pies because the crust browned so nice. It was even. I love it. It just is awesome.
Yeah.
I can't say enough.
And they're deep.
And they're
Yeah,
deep.
it's-
Now, if you are looking at me like, I've never been stoned, I don't know what you're talking about, okay, let me just explain a little bit about why everybody needs stones in their kitchen. And I'm a firm believer you need a flat stone and a stone with sides, because that will take care of the majority of your cooking. Stoneware heats evenly. How many of you have ever baked pizza on a metal pan and it comes out of the oven, a little burnt on the edges, the cheese in the middle was not quite melted yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? When you cook that same thing on your stone, it's going to cook evenly, okay? So it cooks the same on the edge as it does in the middle. So no more, and same thing too with, like, if you're doing French fries and cheese sticks or fish sticks or cookies, you know, well, cookies you don't have to flip, but how many of you really enjoy sticking your head in the oven halfway through to flip your fries and send your eyebrows in the process, right? Okay, you never have to flip food on your stones because it heats and cooks very evenly. And I just totally lost my train of thought there. But anyway, they do cook very evenly. So you need a flat stone. And my favorite flat stone, if you will turn ahead one page, you will see the large bar pan that you see there with that awesome burrito bake. And that really is a very,